Hey everyone, welcome back to my Flosstube. Hey to all those new subscribers, and thank you for coming back to those old subscribers. It's been a while again. It has been some time, and whenever I seem to press record on the camera, I always seem to stutter and go into complete and utter blank mode. So do bear with me. As per usual, anxiety has been a bee lately. So even though the days I've wanted to do this floss tube, things have got the better of me and I've not done it. But finally this evening I decided, right, I'm going to suck it up and I'm going to do it. I will warn you now, even though we are on the, 7th of November, there are still fireworks going off. So you may hear the odd bang now and then. You may end up hearing Teddy bark because we're not sure if he's scared of the fireworks or if he's trying to protect us from them. So that's a warning to you all. Daisy, bless her, is hiding behind the sofa. So I shall quickly introduce myself to those who are new. I'm Danielle and this is my floss tube where I show updates of my cross stitch. I tend to stitch full cover pieces, so my progress might not seem to be much, but I do try and get as much in as I can. I was keeping track of the amount of stitches I was doing each time I stitched, but my little pocket diary went walkabouts and then I found it and things just happen, you know, as life does. So that's a brilliant start, isn't it? Well, as I said, today is the 7th of November. So Friday was bonfire night to those in the UK and British colonies. I don't know my history. Anyhow, so the clocks went back a week today. So we are now officially in winter. So even though it's only 8:30, it is pitch black here and it's freezing cold. But on the upside, it's not raining. So what have I been up to? Well, today, for the second time since lockdown ended, shall we say, I met up with my Stitchy group down at IKEA. So words have gone again. Yes, so we try and meet up once a month. It's only a small group of us. Today there was 3 of us. Last time there was only 2 of us. We're all from South Wales area. So if you're anywhere near South Wales or IKEA, Cardiff Bay, you're more than welcome to attend. Bring your stitching, bring your needlecraft. Not just stitching, but needlecraft, and come and have a chat. So, what shall I start with? There's a firework. Let me see. Oh, I've just come into the end of a week off. So, even though it was a week off, I didn't do as much stitching as I wanted to. I had appointments to attend and trying to clear the house, make it tidy, not clear it as in moving, but declutter, which wasn't as easy as I thought it would be. And then I have mainly been working on my Deck the Halls piece, which is a SAL with Emma X Stitching, and they've named it hashtag deck the halls in time for Christmas, or deck the halls in time for Xmas, one of those two, and I'm a bit behind on that. I do apologise, I didn't mean to dip out then, but I couldn't find my piece of work. What on earth? So organised, aren't I? As organised as always, not. Anyway, so I shall show you the one I've currently been working on. like I said, Deck the Halls. It's originally a caterpillar cross stitch sal, but I didn't take part in it because it was a mystery sal at the time. I didn't want to take part until I knew what was what. So there I am. I do believe Emma's sal now is finished. The last piece came out on the 1st. So I watched her Flosstube earlier and she's finished her piece. But I'm, as you can see, just coming about halfway to it. Thoroughly enjoying this one at the moment, and I believe I'm one of those stitchers that I stitch what I want when I want. So I try not to make myself too many challenges. Although next year I am taking part in Whip Go. But at the moment I've got this far on this piece. Does it get any easier with recording? Do you ever get your words out right? Oh dear. Or do you have, how many of you sit down and practice your video over and over again? I try and film it in one go, but only because I'm completely useless at editing. So, have I held that up long enough for you guys? I do hope so. So, I'm stitching it on DMC needlework fabrics, apparently. Sorry, itchy eye. Easy Guide. 16 count, I do think, with all the called for colours. However, you probably won't be able to tell, but in the words oh dear, in the word snowman, because I'm stitching on white, you can't actually see the white stitches, and then they're supposed to be white in the candy cane and white along the stocking there, and white in the lettering of the word tree, and there's a few snowflakes. But because I'm stitching on white, you're not going to see white. So if you actually look at some of the pictures of snow in like the Antarctic, the snow isn't actually white, it's got a tinge of blue to it. So I'm thinking of using a very light blue. Although the snowman's going to look funny having a blue body, don't you think? So I'm not sure what to do with him yet. But he's there so far. I've just finished working on him now, just before I started recording. And then there is a couple of stars around, and I thought I'd do the stars yellow. Because, you know, stars twinkle and they're yellow. I was considering where the white's supposed to go in the word trees. I can't even see now. Sorry guys. Yeah, where the white is supposed to go in the word tree, I was thinking of adding some white beads. But I don't know what to do. So your input would be greatly appreciated. So that's that one. Deck the Halls by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. And I'll carry on stitching on that until I've had enough, and then I'll move on to something else. So we'll see. So that's that one. The next one I worked on is actually in my bag. I don't think I've showed you this. If I have, I do apologise. I haven't worked on it much. And this is Doreen Jones' Gingerbread Village, I think it's called. And that's what I've got done so far. Because, like I said, last week I had off. I didn't get as much stitching on, and I was focusing on the other one. I decided this was going to be my in the car piece. But of course the kids have only been back to school 1 week. And I haven't actually stitched on this because I've been going to get Olivia from school on time most days. Whereas normally I tend to go a bit earlier so the little one can have a sleep in the car if they need it. So hopefully that will grow when I get back to it. So this is Doreen Jones, and I'm stitching it on just a normal blue HAED 16 count that I had in my stash, and I'm using the DMC cord 4 colours. So that's that one. I will put a picture in of the caterpillar one, of what it will look like when it's finished, and then I'll also put a picture in now what the Doreen Jones ones will look like when it's finished. Oh, deck the halls. I have got up to 14.52%, and the Doreen Jones is a massive 4.33%. So, but every bit counts, doesn't it? And then one more piece is my full coverage piece, Animal Panorama, or Animal Mix Panorama. I call it Animal Panorama, but it's called Animal Mix Panorama. And this is through Pain Free Crafts. As you can see, if I can move these ribbons out the way, I have actually made quite a bit of progress since last time. This is now on 9.58%, believe it or not. And as you can see, I've filled in the orange. I've filled in here, which is a bit of a butterfly. The orange, oh no, that's not a butterfly, sorry. The orange there and the blue is part of a bird. The butterfly is up here. You can't see it very well with the way the light's shining from behind me, I'm afraid. And then as you can see, I've finished all the head. So I'm going to focus off. I say I'm going to focus. I probably won't focus on it. I stitch on it as and when I want to. But I'm trying to make this my weekend stitch. See how much I can get done on it on a weekend. So that's that. And this is stitched on, if I remember correctly, 18 counts. Yes, 18 counts Ada white. There's no point me stitching on a different, on mottled or anything like that, because it's only going to be completely covered. So those are all my whips. A massive 3 whips. But like I said, I stitch on what I want when I want, for however long I want, until I get fed up of it, and then I work on something else. So, my plans is going to be carry on with Deck the Halls until I get fed up of it, and then Gingerbread Village, as well as Animal Panorama. She says, I wonder if I'll ever find a new word other than yesterday I wasn't really in the mood for stitching, so I printed out those from Unicorn Designs, but please be aware, don't print them out just yet, because I let her know once I filled it in. I'll show you when I filled it in. I started, because it's a blank calendar, you put your own dates in it. So February was fine. Yeah, February was fine, because I got down there. Oh well, down there to the 27th, and then I had to go up there to the 28th. But for example, December. Can you see where I've had to divide the blocks? Because she only made 4 rows, whereas a calendar needs 5 rows. Because even though not every month has 5 weeks in it, most of the time it will start using the 5th row. So I printed all these out, stuck them all in, and then realised there aren't enough places for all the dates. There we go. So I done those yesterday. I'm starting from November. I'm not starting a whole new year. I'm starting from November. I hope you can see that because I can't see. Starting from November, and then I'll go all the way through to next December. And what I'm going to do is I'm taking part in 24 hours of cross stitch next year. So every time there's a 24-hour cross stitch challenge, I'm going to be writing it on whichever weekend it is, and then deciding what piece I'm going to use for the challenge, which will probably be more than likely be my animal panorama, because I'd like to get it moving. And then I'm also taking part in the Whip Go 2020 challenge. So I've got 25 dates. Normally people put the 13th date as a free, so you choose what you want, but I decided not to. So on here I've got Animal Panorama 5,000 stitches. I've got it on 1, 2, 3. I've got it on 3 I've got it on 3 numbers, but I'm hoping to do more than 15,000 stitches on it. I've also got down Sunflower Cottage because that's the cell, and I haven't worked on that for a while. Tropical Friends, Santa's Visit, my Happy Child piece, I want to get that finished. I started the Remember 9/11. I started it on 9/11, but I haven't stitched on it any further, which I need to get my butt into gear and get doing. So that's on there. I've got the Lakeside Lakeside anyway, it's the Needlecraft here in the UK, the one that everyone raves about. When she first opened, she'd done a tea and cake sal, so I've got that to finish off. She also done the fantasy sal, which I started off really good, full steaming, and then for some reason I put it away and I haven't bothered with it since. So I've got that one down twice, 3 times technically, because one is to do the border, and then twice I've got 2 months in each to finish. I've got down Little Miss Delish, which is the one for Olivia, which is the one, the very nice, bright, colourful one with the unicorn and the sassy pants girl, just like Olivia. I said to Olivia this morning before I went to Stitch Group, I said, right, Liv, now don't forget you've got your chores to do. And she looked at me and she went, something like, I don't think so. I'm Cinderella, I'm a princess. And I was like, we both burst out laughing. I was like, no, not dressed in those clothes, you're not. And I said Cinderella was only a princess until midnight. I said in the evening. Well, she says I'm a princess all the time. Something like that. And I just cracked up laughing. I thought to myself, where did I get her from? I don't know, 11 going on God knows what. So anyway, I've just remembered I have got to finish this month, or this time round. However, I don't have it with me because I've sent it off to Lynn's Heartfelt Finishings, also known as Lancashire Stitcher on Flosstube and on Instagram. She has said she'll finish it off for me, and it is Olivia's Santa and Friends advent calendar. So that's finally going to be finished. So I have got another one I want to finish, which I finished last year, which was a Halloween sal. But I want to finish it off myself. But not knowing how to do things, I've only just started learning, so it's obviously late for this Halloween. It will be in time for next Halloween. I just need to find the fabric that I'd like, because I haven't been able to find any fabric I like. So back to that. That is my Whip Go board. Ooh, blah, blah, blah. So there's some pretty hefty challenges in there, but never know. It's worth a try. If I don't get it done, I don't get it done. If I do, then woohoo. And then I've done that as well. Not as creative, but I haven't filled it in yet because all those little whips I'd done, sorry, itchy eye. All those little whips I done when I done the whip parade, I want to try and get those finished and done with. The other thing I wanted to mention is the yearly calendar. I printed it off. Spot the rookie mistake. But I only realised it once I'd stuck it down. And what I'm going to do with these is, because this book is bigger than my pocket calendar one, I'm going to jot down every day, jot down how many stitches I've done on what whip I've stitched on and how many stitches, and then at the end of the month then I will put the total in there, so try and keep up and see how many stitches I've done. No promises. I make these plans, but my plans never go to plan, so hey ho, there we go. Before we go on, I want to give a couple of shout outs to some new Flosstubers I found. I've caught up with everybody because I listen to them in the car when I'm waiting for schools to finish, and just generally when I'm waiting around for people to do different things, like if I take the other half to go do the weekly shop, which, woohoo, go me, I've done the weekly shop for the first time since the beginning of lockdown. I kicked anxiety's butt today, and I thought, no, I'm out and about, I'm going to do it. So I did it. So, shout outs. The first new Flosstuber to me, but she's not new as such. Well, no, because it's coming up to 2 years she's been around now. She's just released her 99th video, and it is Creative Lee. So creative and then Leigh, Creative Lee, and she's a Flosstuber cross stitcher from New Zealand. She's just one of these people that I just, as soon as Flosstube is released, that's it, I'm over watching it. I binged watched all of them in about three weeks, maybe a little less. I kept commenting on her Flosstubes, and she said to me at one point, she said, well, I'm getting through these quite quickly, I'm not going to have anything to watch, something like that. And I thought to myself, no, because work was really slow, love 'em. The children came down with illnesses, some sort of another, one after another, love 'em. So I had quite a lot of spare time to watch some Flosstube. So I managed to get through hers. And even though a lot of hers aren't the sort of things I would stitch, because I'm not a sampler person, at least I've not found one that interests me. And I'm too scared to do samplers and mix up the colours just in case I don't like the colours. And then that's all that time, work, energy wasted. So I think to myself, why even bother? But I do like what she stitches, and she is so fast. It's as if she never sleeps. So if you're looking for a different Flosstuber, I'd say go over and watch Creative Lee and give her a subscribe. We could all do with a subscribe, couldn't we? And just give her some hands up and say, hey, I'm new here. But yeah, she's just my kind of person. And then the other ones I've seen is a South African stitcher. She's called Several Million Stitches. I think she's from Cape Town or down that way. I could be wrong. Probably am wrong. I know they're getting ready to go on a round the world boat trip, which I think to myself is an amazing feat, but at the same time, you can have enough stitches to take with you. So go and give her a like. She's got some nice pieces. Everyone's got nice pieces. No stitcher has ever got horrible pieces. You'll never hear that. Every stitcher has got lovely pieces individual to them, what they like to stitch. I watch not just for the cross stitch, but because the memories of the accents, they just come flooding back. Yeah, she's only got, I think she's only got a handful of videos out. She was doing, I think she was doing 100 starts in 100 days, if I remember correctly. And she was also trying to do them like a vlog style and put them out every day. But love her, she got carried up. Life got in the way, as with all of us. So she's just released one just a couple of days ago, for the end of September. And then she says she's going to be releasing one for the end of October in the next few days. So yeah, go give her a peek and see if she's what you think, what you like. Words again, I can't get them out. I got it all in my head ready before I press play on the camera or record, and then as soon as the camera records, I can't remember. And then the next person is Genevieve, doing a little bit of everything. She's another South African stitcher. She's super artistic. She dabbles in anything and everything. She's got some really massive pieces on the go, full coverage. She started with the Dimensions kit, the one with the cabin in the background and the aurora lights as well overhead. She started stitching with that piece, and she's finished it and she's turned it into a pillow, and it looks really, really lovely. And she does different types of, I don't know, polymer clay I think she called it, on her journals for the covers, and she makes little ornaments. She's really talented. And the thing that made me giggle about her, she's got a little, I think it's a little Yorkshire Terrier cross called Zombie. Oh dear. And every now and then you'll hear them in the background barking. And even though, oh yes, super big warning to those who don't like spiders, she does have, I think she's got four tarantulas now as pets. Obviously in their own little enclosures in a different room. But in one of her videos, she does go through and she does show you about them. And yeah, she's quite animated as well. She makes me giggle. They all make me giggle in their own little way. So yeah, go and check those out and go support them all and give a shout out to them and say hey, and go give them each go give them each your support. I'm pretty sure they'll appreciate it. So next, I'm not sure if you're aware, but there was a sale on with HAED for October, for Halloween it was. I know I'm a bit late, so it's all over and done with now. But did any of you buy anything? Because 50% off sale, how can you not? I went and bought, I do apologise, the dogs have walked and sat all over this. I went and bought pretty rose. What's it called? QS Bride's Dream, Quick Stitch Bride's Dream. Don't know why it's called Bride's Dream, but isn't that pretty? A flower that is always blooming. No, it reminded me of one that we had in the garden a couple of years back. I managed to take a photo of. So I'll do that. I'll do it as and when I get round to it. Oh, I just realised it's got wet somehow. I do apologise. So there's a smudge in the middle. So I got that, and then I got a couple of more charts, but I haven't got them because I sent them as racks, random acts of kindness. And then we have got, if you've managed to stay here for this long, I do thank you. I hope I haven't bored you. And like I say, I do thank you. And then if you remember, and if you were with me the last Flosstube, I did a giveaway for this piece. I did ask what your favourite animal was, and the winner of this, I can't do the random comment picker because I'm using my phone to record. So what I did is I did the random comment picker and I took a screenshot of it, and I will insert it here. And the winner is Yas Stitch Ashley. Well done, Ashley. So if you send me your mailing address, obviously, because it needs to be mailed, not emailed, and I'll get this into the post as soon as I can. And then, because I have finished Olivia's advent calendar, I have decided when I can get it out. It is still in good condition. I'm not obviously going to show you the chart. Excuse me, when I can find the cover photo. Just talk amongst yourselves, it's fine. Oh dear. Here it is. There it is. Is Joan Elliott's Santa and Friends Advent Calendar. I'm going to give away this because I don't need the chart. Olivia's will go on to be a heirloom for her kids if she ever has any. So if you're interested in winning this, it's not a copy, it is the original, purchased from Joan Elliott's website. If you would like to be in with a chance of winning this, I ask that the word you use is the word you use is, come on guys, help me out. Snow. Why not? We never get snow here in Cardiff. Well, very rarely do we get snow here in Cardiff. Especially on Christmas Day, we don't get snow. So, if you want to have a chance of winning Santa and Friends Advent Calendar, use the word snow. Do not use the words win or giveaway or any of that, because your comment will be deleted and you will not be entered. Please be over 18 so that I can have permission for your address. I will be more than happy to ship anywhere in the world for this. It will come in an envelope which is the size of this, so just about A4, maybe a bit bigger, and it uses it uses DMC. You can use Kreinik, but I didn't. I just used metallic gold, and it does call for some beads as well if you want to do beads. Otherwise, I suppose you could do your own French knots. It says 14 count, but you can use whatever you want. So yes, if you would like that, I'll show you one more time. Santa and Friends Advent Calendar by Joan Elliott. If you'd like to be in the chance of having that, the word will be snow. Okay, and I will leave that up. Where did I see? I tucked it under my leg. I didn't even know where I tucked it. November. So today's the 7th. If I say the 21st, 2 weeks. So I'll draw it on the 21st because it seems like I'm going to be able to do recordings on a Sunday evening. So if we say Sunday the 21st of November, and then I will cut it off, and then I will put it through a random comment picker. Again, I won't be able to record it because it's on my phone, but I'll take a snapshot of the winner and then I'll edit it and add it in. So if you want to win that, Ashley, you've won that. So feel free to either email me or direct message me on Instagram. It's entirely up to you. Yeah. And I have no idea what Flosstube number this is. I think it's 6 or 7. You'll know by what it says down below. It's getting harder and harder to remember which ones I've done, and it's harder and harder to remember or to try and think of what to name them. Rambling. So, for my 10th Flosstube, I know I might only be on number 6 or number 7, whichever one it is, but I thought for my 10th Flosstube, if you wanted me to do a Q&A, so send in a load of questions if you want me to answer them. I will write them down and then I will go through them. If I got loads, I might just divide it up. But because I haven't got many subscribers, I don't expect loads. But feel free to ask me anything and everything that you want to. Brand of toilet paper. Don't do that because I won't answer that. Yeah, so if you want to ask me any questions, I'll answer that for my 10th Flosstube. And I was kindly given a load of cross stitch items, and in there is memorabilia. 2 minutes, I'll go and find it. So memorabilia I've got is the chart for, I just looked at it for crying out loud. Spring Queen. Oh, can you see that? Oh, come on. Please tell me you can see that. You can probably see the focus. There you go, I think. Is that good enough? I hope so. Shaky hands, I'm afraid. So that is the chart for Spring Queen. So when I hit 500 subscribers, I thought I would do that as a giveaway. But not just that, not just the chart. The wonderful person who gave it to me also gave me the materials pack. So have a look at that. So you've got the Zygarde fabric, which is linen. It's not very good, is it? I'm crap at this, I do apologise. Pre-sorted DMC, Chronic Metallics, Special Threads, Mill Hill Beads, Treasures, Needle and Beading Needle. And this pack contains only what the designer wishes you to use. No cheap imitations. So, that and that is going to be the 500 subscriber giveaway. But you can only enter if you are a subscriber. I know it sounds unfair, but those are the rules. Once I get closer to the 500 subscribers, or when I hit 500 subscribers, I will use a word for that and I'll tell you. But actually it's just to show you what will be up for grabs when I get there. If I ever get there. If I don't, I don't. I'll just, I don't know. We'll see. So, lovely lot. I think that is it. Not much, because I've been focused on monogamous stitching, because that's how I roll at times. Yeah, so 40 minutes almost, and I'm going to bid you farewell. Happy stitching, stay safe, and we'll see you next time. Take care now, bye.